Hello Achievers, welcome to Yetunde TV. Life is a journey and we achieve it together. On this channel, I share my travels, creativity and lifestyle. And today we're diving into composting and planting. This is actually my first video and I am so excited to share this journey with you. On this channel, you will find a mix of things I love: gardening, crochet, homeschooling, travels and lifestyle. Just little parts of life that inspire me, and I believe it will inspire you too. Today, I am starting with something very special: how I make compost at home and how it has helped me grow beautiful plants like peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, cocoyam, and mint. It all began one day while homeschooling my children. We planted pepper seeds from the kitchen, and when I saw how well they grew, I fell in love with planting. Since then, I have been learning, experimenting, and enjoying the process, and now I want to share it with you. If you have ever wanted to grow something at home but thought it was hard or expensive, this video is for you. Composting is basically nature's way of recycling. Compost isn't just garden magic, it's essential. Whether you are sowing seeds or planting seeds, compost gives everything the boost it needs. Kitchen scraps. These are the main ingredients. You can use vegetable peels, fruit skins, leftover rice water, and more. I like to blend mine because smaller pieces break down faster and the process is quicker. Tip: avoid meat, oily foods, or too much citrus. They don't compost well and can make it smell bad. When I first started, I just threw in big scraps and it took so long. Blending changed everything for me. Eggshells. I save eggshells, crush them, and add them in. They give calcium to the soil, which helps prevent plant diseases like blossom end rots in tomatoes. Quick story: my first tomato plant didn't do so well, and I later learned it was a calcium problem. Since I started using eggshells, my tomatoes have been stronger. Here's a trick that surprised me when I learned it. I tear it up. My children enjoy tearing this cardboard. My 5-year-old had to say,
"This is so satisfying."
So, after tearing it up, we soak it in water and tear it some more. And it's so amazing. It gives carbon that we call the browns. The scraps are the grains. Compost need both to balance. Tip: too much grain, smelly compost. Too much brown, it takes forever to break down. Balance is key. When I add cardboard, I think of it as giving my compost structure. It's like building blocks. I also blend my browns. All my blends are ready. I had the blended eggshell. I also add the blended kitchen scraps. Note please, in blending my cardboards and kitchen scraps, I use rice water. Then I pour in my compost bin. Soil. I had a bit of garden soil. This brings in natural microbes and worms that help break everything down. Think of this as the starter culture. The same way you use yeast for bread, without it, the process is much slower. Mixing. Now I stir it all together. I will keep this moist. Turn it every week, and in about 3 to 4 weeks, this pile will turn into rich, dark compost that my plants will love. Composting is all about teamwork. Tiny creatures like bacteria and worms break down. Grains, think veggie scraps, coffee grounds, and browns, dry leaves, cardboards. If you keep things balanced, not too wet, not too dry, you will end up with crumbly, sweet-smelling compost in just a few weeks. This stuff is packed with all the good microbes and nutrients your plants crave. Tip: if it's too dry, sprinkle water. If it's too wet, add more cardboard or dry leaves. You want it damp like a squeezed sponge. Mix well and cover it. Your compost will be ready in 3 to 4 weeks. You will need to mix your compost once a week. Here are my peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, cocoyam, and mint. Each plant has its own needs. Peppers, they love sun and warm soil. I started mine indoors before moving them outside. Tomatoes, they need lots of support as they grow, so I stake them with sticks. Lettuce, they prefer cooler weather. I learned the hard way that too much sun makes them bolt quickly. Mint spreads fast, so I keep it in a pot. If you plant it in the ground, it takes over. Cocoyam. This one reminds me of home in Nigeria. Seeing it here makes me feel connected to my roots. All of this started from teaching my children about plants. That simple homeschool lesson has turned into a journey of learning, joy, and even healing for me. Gardening connects us with life's lessons. How to use compost in your garden. Before you plant, spread a layer of compost on your garden beds and mix it in. Do this in the spring or fall for the best results. Try using compost as mulch. Just spread it on top of the soil to keep weeds down and moisture in. Mix some compost into your potting soil for happier houseplants and container veggies. How much should you use? A couple of centimeters on garden beds. 2 to 5 centimeters is great. For pots, aim for about 1/3 compost in your mix. Don't worry, your plants will thank you either way. What can you grow with compost? Veggies such as tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, carrots, just about anything you love to eat. Flowers, roses, marigolds, sunflowers, bring on the colors and pollinators. Fruits such as blueberries, apples, raspberry, sweet reward for your efforts. Planting tips. You can direct soy seeds into compost-rich beds or start seedlings indoors and move them outside when they are strong. Compost helps plants shake off transplant shock and get growing fast. And with healthy soil, you can try companion planting. Basil with tomatoes, mint with peppers. It's like friendship for your garden. Urban composting and planting. No yard needed. Don't have a big garden? No problem. You can stick compost and plant, even in an apartment. Try this. Balcony gardens with small compost bins and pots full of herbs or salad greens. Joining a community garden? Often, there is a shared compost pile for everyone's scraps. Warm bins indoors for your kitchen scraps. Your outplant will love the warm casting. Why it matters and why it's awesome. Composting slashes landfill waste, so you're doing the planet a huge favor. It helps fight climate change by keeping carbon in the soil. It's a great way to get outside, get your hands dirty, and learn something new. Maybe even teach the kids, just like I did. At the end of the day, Composting and planting remind us that every banana peel or withered flower can become something beautiful and nourishing. So grab a bucket, plant a seed, and watch the magic happen. Your garden and the earth will thank you. Just like my crochet, gardening has taught me patience. With crochet, you start with just yarn and a hook. Stitch by stitch, row by roll, it slowly grows into something beautiful. Compost works the same way. You start with scraps, things most people throw away. But with time, care and consistency, it transforms into something that gives life. And in life too, small consistent steps build big results. Whether it's parenting, marriage, or business, patience and persistence always pay off. Crochet and gardening are both creative outlets for me. One feeds the soul, the other feeds the body. Thank you so much for watching my video here on Yetunde Odusami TV. I hope this inspires you to try composting, even planting, something simple in your home. Remember, achievers, you don't need a big farm. All it takes is a seed, a little soil and patience. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, leave me a comment and subscribe. Your support would mean so much to me as I grow this channel. Thanks for watching.